For all the latest from the world of motoring, hit that subscribe button and stay connected. For long, scooters in India was all about being serious and never associated with being fun. While TVS was not the first to change this, with the Ntorq, they made a huge statement in the right direction. Today, we are joined by Sanjay, who is one of the first owners of the Ntorq, to share his ownership experience. Hi Sanjay, good morning. It's great to have you back again. So the Himalayan and now the Ntorq. So please take us through why you chose this machine and what all scooters did you consider before buying this one?
Hi, it's good to be back in the show. And so before buying the Ntorq, I had all test drive on almost all the scooters available in the market. I had from different brands, from Suzuki, Honda, then Aprilas, even the Aprilas I had test drive. And finally, I came to the decision of Ntorq because considering all other brands and all the available vehicles in this segment, so this I can assure you that this is the best scooter in the 125cc segment.
Okay, so you told you test rode the Aprilia as well. So how come? So when it comes to sporty scooters, basically in the market, these are the two only options. So how come this and not those?
No, actually, my purpose for the scooter is for daily commute only. I really like the Aprilias because they were peppy and they're very powerful, and the handling and everything was really good. The other aspect was the downside of that scooter is the suspension was very stiff. Okay. So it will not serve my purpose because I was looking for a scooter so that I can use it for a daily commute to my work and for other usage. So I was looking particularly for a scooter for a daily commute only, and I generally used to do 20-25 kilometers per day for work commute and other things and all. Okay. So the suspension on the Aprilias were very stiff, but actually it serves the purpose of the handling and everything. Okay. But considering the road conditions and the kind of traffic and everything, that didn't suit my style. Then I had considered the Suzuki Access 125 and also the Jupiter 110, that's from TVS only. And somehow I like the Jupiter because the tire size on the Jupiter was 12 inch, and considering all other available scooters in the market, except for the Aprilias, everything else is either having 10-inch wheels or maybe in the front they are having 12 inch and back in 10 inch. So that comfort aspect was not there. Okay. So I was figuring out which one I should go for, either the Access or the Jupiter. Then that time the TVS introduced Ntorq. I took a test drive and I'm really happy. I was really impressed with the performance, the first ride itself. Then I took my family, my wife, and we did again some couple of test drives again. And she was also very happy with the performance as well as the comfort also. Okay. So then we zeroed down onto Ntorq and we went with those purchases.
No issues with the height aspect also with your leg touch?
Actually, the Ntorq is designed in such a way that the seat height is low. That the proportion, the ratio where the seat height is low and the handlebar, that proportion is maintained really well. Even a short rider, someone who is of the height of 5 inch, 5.5, or someone like me, I'm a bit hefty, so I'm 6'3", and it's comfortable for me also, and someone with a height of 5.5 also can comfortably ride the scooter. So that's how the proportion is maintained, and I should appreciate TVS for bringing out such a proportion.
So, and now let's talk about the performance of the scooter. So, it has got a very different engine compared to the normal scooters out there. It's got a 3-valve engine. It's got good power figures. So, how does it translate onto the road? How do you feel its performance on the road?
So, like I told you in the first question, so it's the best scooter available in the 125cc segment. So it's a good power delivery is there. It is having 9.5 bhp power, and that's also the torque is coming in around 5,000 RPM. So the mid-range is really smooth, and even the top end is also really good. Even though it will take a bit time compared to other scooters, it's the fastest one. Okay. But when I riding this scooter, generally my purpose is city commute only. So when I'm commuting this in the city using this scooter, it is very stable in all power ranges, in the initial also, in the mid range also, and even in the top end. This scooter is like very stable.
Okay.
Even like, and it has a lot of power also left in it. Like I can feel like if I can ride it slow, I can ride it in the mid range like around 50, 60 an hour. Even I had done speeds like 90 an hour.
Okay. So off the line, like for example, your day-to-day traffic, you need immediate throttle response. So,
yes.
so that in that way, it's good. Is it?
It is also good. Like even though there's a like slight delay in the throttle response, the scooter is like picking up really good. Like it responds really well to all the throttle.
And even with pillion, it's
not
still fast.
Like,
okay.
Even with pillion, it's more stable, I feel.
Okay. And coming to the mileage, what mileage does this scooter?
So I'm not getting what the company is offering, but somewhere around 38 to 40 km per liter is what I'm getting.
Okay.
Even though I have not checked it that specifically, because like I'm using it for daily commute, and like per week I'm having a certain amount of petrol is only required, and so like, the petrol expense also is very less compared to my previous bikes.
Okay, so it's fuel efficient as well.
Yes.
And now TVS is all about handling also. So, and they say that they have infused this with their handling the racing DNA as well. So, how does the Ntorq, how is it to handle?
It handles really well, I should say, like, because like since I have an experience of test driving all the other scooters available in the market, even from the 110cc segment to the 125, and even I had done the Aprilia 150 also. So I cannot compare the handling to the Aprilia because like that's a different genre. But overall, if I'm looking at the handle, the suspension and everything, it's a nimble scooter that we can use in the city for daily commute and everything. So I can zip through the traffic, and the braking is also really good. The suspension is really good. So overall handling comes together. It's like the overall score for the handling would be really high compared to all the other scooters, because like they are all individual contributors. If I look into the Aprilias, the handling is really good. But if I look into some other brands, like their suspension or comfort is good.
Okay.
But considering the overall score, the Ntorq scores there, and that's the best one.
And biggest problem with usually scooters is the rear suspension is usually very hard, and especially sort of feel everything on your back. So how is that with the Ntorq?
So actually, like I own a Honda Activa also.
Okay.
And I use the Aprilia SR 150. My friend owns it. Like I've used it a couple of times, and I use the TVS Jupiter also.
Okay.
So compared to all these scooters, the advantage for this is like, first of all, the seat is like really good. It is a soft seat. And like some people may complain that it's not for their liking, but like when you're considering the practicality and you're using in the city only in the city for commuting and all, that is the best seat available. Along with that, the suspension also. I don't know how, I cannot explain how good it is, because like it is having a gas charge suspension, and even with the pillion, it's like smooth suspension, I can say. Even in the broken roads or even like no roads also, the suspension is really good, and the rider will not feel much of the impact of whatever the road conditions. The rider will not feel much of the impact.
And what about the tires and braking? How does it
work? The tires, like, see, everything about this vehicle is like so special. The tires are also like beefy tires, like it's something that is new in the market.
Does it help you in the
Yes, exactly, in the cornering and all these things. In the handling also, the tire really, because it's a wider tire compared to all the other conventional tires. This is a wider tire.
Okay. And coming to the braking, so
braking is excellent.
Okay.
I cannot compare it with any of the brands, but like overall, if I look into the braking is really good. Okay. Even the front is also like the biting and the disc bite and all, it's really good.
Okay. So let's talk about some specific details that you like and do not like about the scooter. Let's start with things that you really like about it.
So actually, basically, this is a very purposefully built scooter. Like, or most of the features that is in the scooter is like something that is like first time in a scooter segment in India.
Okay. So
I'll start with the first thing, that's the engine kill switch.
Okay.
So that's not available in any other scooter. So
very helpful. Yeah,
it's really helpful in the traffic. Like when you need to switch off the engine in between, you don't have to turn on the keys and all. So that is first thing, like first one of its kind in the scooter segment.
Okay.
Then like if you like look into the boot, there's a like charging option is there. There's a light provided there.
Okay.
And even the most highlighting feature is the instrument console. I can see almost all data related to that, and even also the TVS has come up with the smart Bluetooth technology where I can have the TVS app connected to the instrument cluster, and I can use the maps.
Okay.
And then I can, like, if I'm getting a call or text message or something, like it will be shown in the screen. And another thing like I really like about scooter is the fuel options. Like it's a flip one, you don't have to open the seat.
Okay, very good.
Like when you're going to a petrol bunk and all, you might have some stuff in your like under seat, and like you don't want to show it to all the entire people in the petrol pump. It's like very convenient for us also.
Okay.
And so everything that is like on the scooter is like purposefully built. They had thought about the usage, they had thought about the purpose, and they have put together everything. So overall, it's like considering all the aspects, all the features that is provided on the scooter, it's like everything combines together and makes it the best scooter in the segment.
And now on the flip side, you said so much good about it. So there has to be something that you do not like about it.
Okay, actually, like there are a couple of things that I don't like about the scooter. So first of all, it's an auto choke.
Okay.
So like the purpose of that is like even if like without pulling the choke, right, the system, the engine would analyze if it's a requirement for the choke, and the auto choke will come in play. But it's actually on the downside for me in my personal experience.
Okay.
So and even I'm also a part of a forum where a lot of people are complaining also when it's like a cold time or something. We really have to like say like try the like click start for like say 10 times or 15 times. Maybe like kick start also you'll have to try.
Okay.
So that's a pretty hard experience really with the auto choke.
So basically,
I believe it's not working properly. The purpose is not done.
So basically, on cold mornings, you're probably having issues, or
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Not all the time, but
yeah, every
occasionally.
Occasionally. And anything else?
The other thing, like what I feel is like I am using an Android, so it doesn't bother me. But like I have friends who are using Ntorq and they are using iOS devices. So the app is not available in iOS devices.
Okay.
So that is another downside which I feel.
Okay.
And they could have also included some switch here to open the boot and also the
fuel filler
rather than like using the keys.
Okay.
So these are the like few points which I feel that that's on the downside and which I would like TVS to look into it and improve on the later versions.
And now let's come to the service aspect. So how was your experience been with the service?
Service experience has been fantastic because like I've been using like a couple of other brands vehicles previously. And compared to all other brands that is available, especially the Indian brands, the service experience was TVS was amazing. Like even like maybe the store upkeep or the way the customers are treated and all will be like not up to the par or up to the other brands. But when you're coming to the workmanship on the vehicle and you are telling them some things that should be done, they'll make sure that they get it rectified, or like if I'm giving them a suggestion, they'll make sure that that is done for my vehicle. So that service experience has been excellent for me. I've done a couple of services, and even like I'm lucky actually the service center is very close to my office.
Okay.
So like the service experience has been excellent for me.
Okay. So and when it comes to any other key features that you really want to highlight of this scooter that you like?
Plus point what I can highlight is like it is an overall package.
Okay.
So like some if you're considering other vehicles, they might be good in handling, some might be good in the fuel efficiency part, some might be having a wider seat and comfort aspect, but this is an overall package.
Okay.
There's not one thing I cannot point out one by one because like that will be a really long list. Everything is put together with a purpose on it. The engineers who had built this vehicle had thought about it, like what is the usability, what is the purpose of this, and what is the requirement of a common man who's using this scooter. Because like basically scooters are used for commuting, city commuting, and that is also like another feature is like the scooter is not used by one person of a family. Like it can be a multiple use. The father will be using, the son will be using, the mother and the sister also will be using. So it's totally in the first, like the seating posture, the handle, everything is like designed considering all these facts.
So it does everything very good.
It's like an all-round package.
Okay, Sanjay, thank you so much for spending time with us again and taking us through the Ntorq. It was great to have you here.
It's my pleasure only. Thank you.